Hi, everyone. I'd like to talk about compassion today. So we're navigating this global pandemic and everyone seems to be scrambling right now. We're working from unexpected places, working on the fly. And here's what we know for sure. The Gallup research on the 4 fundamental needs of followers tells us that followers need trust, compassion, stability, and hope. So when we talk about compassion, I like to talk about how we meet people where they are. So I encourage you to use these 2 questions as you go into conversations in the next week. The first one is, how can I use my strengths to stay open and stay curious when talking with each member of my team to understand what's going on for them right now? And when you're listening to their responses, listen from a place of understanding. We typically listen to formulate a response or to give an answer or to try to fix. So in this situation, just listen from a place of openness and from a place of trying to understand. And the second question is, how can I use my strengths to help people know why they matter and what they can contribute? So when people feel that they are cared for and that they matter, we know that it correlates with performance. Productivity goes up, engagement goes up, work gets done on a daily basis. So right now, during this time of uncertainty, the focus here is to get people back to basics so they can stay focused and get work done, get back to a place of efficiency. And certainly by enabling them to feel cared for, by being that compassionate leader, it has that direct correlation. Couple other things here. So the key words associated with a compassionate leader are caring, friendship, happiness, and love. And in coaching conversations this week with a few clients, this came up. And the questions are, this is a tough subject. How do I show up with compassion? How do I tap into this in myself? How do I do this right? How do I know I'm doing it well? And certainly we talk about it as a work ethic from the perspective of strengths-based psychology and positive psychology. The evidence shows us there are some specific things that we can do to do this with intention. So it really starts with self-compassion. So the phrase that says, "You can't give water from an empty well," really rings true here. So in order to show up as a compassionate leader, we really have to practice compassion and kindness for ourselves. A couple of tips on the self-compassion piece include goal setting. So right now, when we're working from different settings, working remotely, there's family at home with us. Make goals on a daily basis realistic, considering the situation, and also give yourself some extra credit for what you're actually able to do, more so than what you would do on a normal basis. Another tip here is to make a gratitude list. Write down 3 things on a piece of paper every morning that you're grateful for. Same thing before you go to bed at night. Another tip is to get out in nature. Another is to listen to music. So all of these things bring out positivity and happiness, and they actually program our brains for the positive. And finally, practice in conversation, that compassion and empathy. So when you have a connectivity with another person, it breeds that trust. So in closing, I'd like to read to you a quote from Maria Shriver. This was in my Instagram feed this week, and I thought it was fitting given the topic. It says, "We will get through this global pandemic if we all act responsibly and if we lead with compassion and love, because the truth is we really have no other choice." So I encourage you to let us know how things are working, what's going on with you, what's working well, what's not, what you need help with. And please stay well, stay in good health, and look forward to hearing from you.